The following contest is a non-title tag team match, and it's scheduled for one fall.
Welcome one and welcome all to night 3 of Combat Warfare 11. We are live at the American Legion post number 85 in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. I am Bobby Rossi, and I am alongside my confidant, Brandon the Ham Hamilton.
Oh, Bob Rossi, it's glorious to be with you once again in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, night 3, Combat Warfare 11, NWW Extreme, and we're kicking off right now with a tag team bout. Now, if the challengers win this bout, they will have a chance at those titles right there.
To the combined weight of 386 pounds, the Heat Chris Pyro, the Highlight Davey Cash. They are the New World Wrestling Extreme Tag Team Champions, the Hoodz.
The Hoodz, 4-time Tag Team Champions here at NWW. And earlier in Combat Warfare, I should say, these gentlemen here issued a challenge, an open challenge for those titles.
NWW.
That challenge was answered.
Y'all ready to see a fight? Let me say that again. Y'all ready to see a fight? Yo, if y'all want to see me and Chris Pyro smack the taste out One-Eye Willie's mouth and send this goof troop home, give me one big yeah!
And of course, David Cash there, not missing any words when it comes to the challengers who answered the call, and there he is right there, Big
You asked
Smoke.
for it, and I told you I would deliver. The Humidor tonight is being represented by two men answering this open challenge, and those two men are the infamous Ryan Frost and Prophecy Jim Anderson.
Ryan Frost and Jim Anderson.
I'm familiar with both of those names. This is a pair of classic bruisers.
Oh, my.
Oh, man.
Oh, my.
I'm telling you right now, Hamilton, as well as our viewers from home, tuck the little ones away.
I don't even know what to get.
Tuck the little ones away, because between the Hoodz and their track record, along with the likes of Big Jim Anderson and Ryan Frost, this is going to be a bloodbath.
Big Jim Anderson and Ryan Frost here. These two, I mean, I am just taken aback by the size of these gentlemen.
Absolute brutes.
People, they don't wait. They get ready.
Absolute
They get ready
brutes.
for the fight. They don't wait for one. Any moment.
There is no weight cut involved. There is no training camp for the likes of these men. This is just straight, unadulterated brutality. It plays right into the game of the Hoodz strategy. I'm telling you, folks, if you have the little ones up, you need to send them to bed right now. Some parental discretion is heavily suggested.
Now, Big Smoke has got himself a team here. Ryan Frost and Big Jim. I can't. This whole squad over here is just gigantic. And now we're seeing the tag team champions trying to start things on their terms. As this match gets underway here. This was an open challenge by the Hoodz, met by Big Smoke and the Humidor. Is his organization. These big guys. These are big fellas, man. I'll tell you what. This is going to be a hard-hitting match to say the least.
Chris Pyro is going to be the speed demon of this bout for sure. Davey Cash, a big bruiser. Big Jim Anderson looks like he eats bruisers for his mid-morning snack. Cash, turn around.
Oh, look at his face. He says this right there. And now we're seeing the tag team champions working in tandem. Oh! And he had met there with the pure brute strength.
Oh!
This is just a massacre on the tag team champions right now as Ryan Frost and Big Jim here take control of this match.
The Humidor is looking fierce early on in this contest. Big Jim Anderson he just Googles Chris Pyro. I'm sorry, Goozles, not Googles. Goozles him.
He Googled him. He knew where he was going to be. He looked up his address and found him at his house.
And, that lariat just took him off of the map. Cover here by Frost. Deep hook of the leg.
And a kick out there from the tag team champs as they try to find a way to hold on to those titles. Of course, the title's not at stake tonight. They're trying to hold on to essentially not have to defend them in July. That's essentially what's at stake here.
Absolutely. And wait a minute. This is the third hood. This is Shady Shay Cash.
That's three. That's a thing. Now that's not. Now,
What? What's going on here?
Big Smoke now. Big Smoke.
Our official has not called for the bell, which you would automatically say that this is a disqualification.
What are we seeing here? Tossing one member out, beating down on another.
The Hoodz have the upper hand as Shady Shay Cash has entered the fray.
Big Smoke now grabbing the microphone out of the hands of our ring announcer as the Humidor takes a second.
So that's how you're going to win matches now? You're going to bring out a bunch of extra help? What the hell are you looking at?
I'm not quite sure.
I'm sorry? Is that
I think you might have the upper hand. You bring out a third guy.
Now this audience.
Well, you're not the only one who's got a third guy. I came prepared for just such an occasion.
What's that?
Another member of the Humidor, the never-ending nightmare, Leon!
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Find yourself a buffet, big guy.
Oh. Oh, my. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you're familiar with Leon. Some dramatic changes have happened over the past few years.
This is what you people deserve!
As he puts the king to rest, and now we're seeing this sort of Sandman, this ender.
The Humidor is in full effect. Our official seems to be okay with this now becoming a 3-on-3 matchup. I hope the ring has been reinforced. There's a lot of beef on the canvas right now.
To the crowd, as we're seeing the Hoodz rolling the Humidor. I mean, there's just chaos all over Woonsocket right now.
I am not the least bit surprised, Brandon Hamilton.
We are bringing out reps from the back. We are trying to get a handle on this match right now, but this is just...
This is not a match. This is a melee.
This
is an absolute melee.
As there's brawling now in the crowd over there, and a chair looks like it's being used. If I'm not, I can't, there's so much happening. Oh! And I hear a chair shot.
Brandon, every time the Hoodz have come out to scrap and grapple, this is what happens. The ring cannot contain them. There ends up being a tour de violence here in Woonsocket. Pyro is teeing off and strangulating Ryan Frost. Jim Anderson and Davey Cash have made their way back to the seating area, back to the combat area.
As the action heads its way over here towards...
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Oh, God. All right, now the action...
I mean, that's the thing. Our microphones are not wireless, Tex.
Coming around the announce table as we became part of the action temporarily. Cash being thrown into the back now.
There are multiple officials over here. There are multiple combatants.
Is this what you wanted tonight? Is this what you were looking for?
I got exactly what I want.
This is what you wanted, huh?
This is what the crowd wants, I'll tell you that's for sure.
Chris Pyro is getting exactly what he deserves right now.
Chris Pyro now trying to fight his way back.
They don't jokingly call him Mighty Mouse for nothing. Chris Pyro has taken on adversaries twice his size every single weekend for the past 15 years. This is nothing new to the Hoodz.
This is the type of match and warfare you see at NWW Extreme. We are living up to the name here. Chairs, brawling in the audience, thrown into the back. Chris Pyro now with a title in his hand. And now we're seeing a bruise.
This has become
Through the leg here.
a hardcore match on the likes that you have not seen in a long time, folks.
As the Humidor tries to fight their way back on top, but the Hoodz keep finding a way to brawl their way tooth and nail, clawing their way back in this match.
As the challenge was issued out at the beginning of night one, a couple of weeks ago, the Hoodz are defending a potential championship defense here. If the Humidor is victorious tonight, they will be granted a shot at the NWW Championship titles.
Now coming back with a baseball bat. Oh, and delivering it in places where it should not be. They'll hold him up now. Oh! And the gut. Straight to the gut there, Ryan Frost. And across the spine. As the Humidor. As the Humidor is doing their best. Doing their best now to control each other.
You know,
Leon has something to say here.
you guys got some big balls going up against us.
No, they don't have any balls.
Listen here, all right, Grimace? All right.
And now Chris Pyro has enough of what was happening there. Doesn't want to listen to a word Leon says.
I agree with every bit of the Hood's sentiment right here and now.
And I don't know if you saw this, but Leon just sent Pyro to another member of the Hood using individuals as weapons. NWW Extreme, Combat Warfare 11, Night 3. Can it get any bigger?
I mean, this is just the start of night 3, Brandon. God only knows where we're going to go from here.
And they're going to find their way back. Oh, and again in places it should not go. Now what are we seeing here? What are we seeing here is the ring announcer tries to find his way. Possibly breaking up this insanity.
NWW Extreme! Y'all ready for 10 more minutes? 5 more minutes!
David Cash now screaming he can go all night, essentially.
I mean, I'm sure he could, but we need our officiating staff for the rest of the evening, and I don't feel as if the Humidor wants any more of this smoke.
I mean, Big Smoke has seemingly disappeared. The rest of the Humidor is gone. I don't know what has happened now. And now our officials coming out, speaking with our...
Them bitches don't want no more of us. They don't want the smoke.
Talk about it.
And suddenly from the back again.
You know, I've been waiting to get an official decision from Rich Palladino, but I'm not sure this contest has either started or come to an end.
Single member of our officiating staff is out here. Nothing can contain this match. The violence knows no end. Now Leon looking at a microphone here. Oh, across the temple, across the top of the head there.
You get? You know what you want to do?
Oh, and Leon used the microphone as a weapon. This brawl is just getting out of control. Big Smoke blowing smoke in the face of his enemies now.
Jim Anderson and Frost have tagged up on Davey Cash.
This is the Humidor, huh? This is what you want, right, Big Smoke? This is what you asked for. This is what you wanted. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Rich Palladino with the official decision here.
Unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Brian Shaughnessy has informed me that both teams have been disqualified.
Oh, okay, all right. Now, hold on. That's not the... Okay, all right.
This is officially a no contest, and I don't think there's any other possible way to rule it. I got to be devil's advocate here, folks. We're going to try to get ourselves back in order for the second match of night 3 of Combat Warfare 11.
Clean up some of this blood.
Let's continue Combat Warfare with the following contest, scheduled for one fall.
Ham, I'm completely out of sorts right now. I really don't even know how to behave at the moment. I got to be honest with you.
I'll tell you what. Shocked, appalled, flabbergasted, possibly. I don't even know how to describe what happened.
I'm at a loss for words. I'll be honest with you. I just hope that the rest of night 3 doesn't quite go the way it has started.
From Waterville, New York, weighing in at 250 pounds, representing his band, Zoo Grade 6. Available now on Spotify and at the merchandise stand. He's accompanied ringside by Jared Silverclay. This is Firework, Foxx Vinyer.
Foxx Vinyer making his way around the ring, making his presence known here at NWW Extreme Combat Warfare 11. It is night 3. We just had an absolute, I think it's no stretch to say, an extreme match, if you will.
I see what you did. I don't want to correct you, Ham, but I wouldn't call that a match. That was a straight up street brawl, and we've yet to even find out. Oh, not this guy.
Jaw.
Not this guy.
Can't
Cut his microphone.
I don't know what Foxx Vinyer.
My night's not done. I used my trust fund to purchase another 7-figure superstar, and his name is Foxx Vinyer.
That's quite an acquisition. Foxx Vinyer, number 499 on PWI's Top 500.
Foxx is going.
He squeaked in there.
Got
out of your favorite wrestler, Wrecking Ball Legursky, and he's going to make sure the trust fund gets the last laugh.
That's a lot of words for a New England legend, Wrecking Ball Legursky.
Foxx Vinyer is in for the fight of his life.
For sure, to say the least.
I don't think he has any idea. Vacant promises
His opponent,
and empty threats.
There he is.
sitting, weighing in at 365
The leader of
pounds,
the Wrecking Crew.
Wrecking Ball Legursky.
Wrecking Ball Legursky working this crowd up to a frenzy.
Legursky is the only kind of guy I know that could make a semi-truck look small. He has one goal in mind, and that is to destroy anything in his path.
This punk rocker out here, Foxx Vinyer, the firework out here, he's going to have to find a way to make quick work of Wrecking Ball Legursky. That seems to be the only way to get out on top of this situation. Look at the size of that man. And very quickly, Foxx Vinyer showing you what his thought process is here. Finds a way outside the ring to buy himself a little bit of time.
The crowd is on fire here tonight, and Legursky's on the chase. I've never seen him move that fast.
You don't want to get that momentum going. That's a hard person to stop.
Like any locomotive, you're not going to have enough brakes. Yes! Yes!
Does not bode well.
Oh, man.
With a quick tackle.
I was really hoping he would just eat Jared Silverclay. That
post there goes Wrecking Ball. Got to make sure he doesn't knock that down. And again, another ring post shot right across the bridge of the nose there.
Legursky's got thick enough of a skull to withstand that kind of punishment, but for how long, I'm not too sure.
Oh. And Vinyer again making serious work of Legursky, working that head. Really is trying to stay on top. One can only imagine if Legursky finds any momentum in this match, it's going to be hard to stop him. And Vinyer knows that. He did his homework. He's doing his best now to keep up the pace and keep on top of Legursky.
Vinyer has a lot of extra added insurance in Jared Silverclight, but Legursky has quite the history with the trust fund tyrant there. I don't think that's enough insurance. I don't think that's enough backup. Vinyer is going to have to stay focused. He's going to have to rely on his skill set to best the Wrecking Ball.
Vinyer's going to have to find a way to come out on top here. What we're seeing is Vinyer, establishing early on the pace of the match, dictating what happens in the ring, wanting to be the person on top of the situation. And that's what we have going on right now, as he continues to keep throwing Wrecking Ball around this ring.
Firework inadvertently giving his adversary a moment to recover. You do not want to do that with a man of Legursky's size and mass.
No, and an uppercut there. From Vinyer to Legursky, as Legursky can't find a way out of that corner.
Vinyer launches himself into Legursky with 3 European uppercuts. They land nice and tight. Short arm lariat for good measure, but it doesn't seem to affect the big guy.
Oh, and a scoop slam there.
That was impressive.
The upper body strength alone right there from Vinyer is most impressive, as he's able to get Wrecking Ball Legursky up and over for that big scoop slam.
What are they thinking here? It looks like these guys both have one another by the scruff of the neck. Legursky just throws Vinyer like a sack of potatoes, charges in and eats the buckles in the process.
And a German there. And a quick German on Legursky there, trying everything he can. Vinyer trying to throw everything against the wall, hoping it sticks as Legursky kicks out there, showing that a German suplex not enough to put him away. Here at Combat Warfare 11, Night 3.
Well, with all fairness, Ham, I'm not so sure Vinyer got all that German suplex. If you get every bit of that 360-pound frame to impact and crush the vertebrae of the very man himself, that he's not getting up from that. Vinyer now, beautiful up and over, and Legursky charges in.
Vicious card there from Legursky. As the big man now trying to find a way to stay in control of this match. Tossing Vinyer around like a ragdoll. Wrecking Ball living up to his name now. Legursky, a New England legend, of course. The guy's been all around, showing every single person here at NWW Extreme just what Legursky's all about.
And Vinyer is not the kind of guy that buckles easy. I've seen him in plenty of scraps over the years, but I think with just a few deft maneuvers, Legursky has him very well contained. He telegraphed that one.
Sent that over a mile away, and Vinyer's son is taking advantage.
Spine to the pine!
Can't believe, look at that, the power of that slam. I felt the reverb all the way over here at the announce table.
Oh, they lock eyes. This is a duo that have had a lot of history with one another. Legursky's been wanting this for a good couple of years. Yes!
Just using him now.
Yes! Cover!
And that's it. That's it. That's the match.
Let's kick it to Rich Palladino for the official decision.
Here's your winner, Wrecking Ball Legursky.
Wrecking Ball Legursky living up to his name.
No doubt in my mind. Not a single doubt in my mind from the ring of the opening bell. I know, Ham, I know I do this a lot, but I gotta say it. I I told you so.
I know.
I told you so.
Right.
That is too much mountain of man to take on for Foxx Vinyer and that pipsqueak of a manager he's got.
Listen, you'll have to forgive me for being blinded by showmanship. I'm sorry, I like razzle dazzle. But even so, we saw a hell of a display from Vinyer today. And I look forward to the next display from such an incredible athlete in our ring. But Wrecking Ball, of course, like you said, that's a mountain of a man. That's a lot of meat to try to take down.
It really is. Yeah, I'll tell you what, he dropped the hammer utilizing Silver Clyde as an extra added bonus to that World's Strongest Slam.
You get your picture on the wall afterwards when you beat him? Like, what is it with this guy?
Wrecking Ball Legursky victorious here at Combat Warfare 11.
Never fucking know who's watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, after everything we just saw in that match with Legursky and Vinyer, what's going on with the Hoodz and the Humidor? I have just been informed that we have assigned a brand new general manager to try and control things here at New World Wrestling Extreme. And with that, I would like to introduce you all to our new general manager.
NWW Extreme.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from the 305. He's a four-time former NWW Extreme Heavyweight Champion. Welcome back, Mr. Man, Marquise Ryan.
And if we are not privileged to have royalty in the house, a former champ, now our new GM. Now let's hope someone with this level of skill, knowledge, dedication to craft, all the wonderful things that come with that much career experience and having that type of position like GM. Let's hope he can make heads or tails with the kind of night we've had here so far at Combat Warfare 11.
You know, I couldn't have said it any better myself, Ham. This is someone who has a history with the promotion. He has a history within the craft of professional wrestling. Obviously, he's got a genuine connection with the audience here at the American Legion Post number 85. Fantastic choice. Top choice. Very well done by the management team here at NWW Extreme. You're going to need someone who's willing to throw themselves into harm's way to contain people like the Humidor, like the Hoodz, like them or not. These are guys that come to scrap every single time.
Well, I mean, night so far, and again, Combat Warfare 11, folks, the Ham's here, the Ham is happy to be a part of such an historic event. It has been wild and off the chain to say the least, and seeing some type of leadership come out here,
Absolutely.
to try to take the reins of things, it makes me a very happy Ham indeed. Now we're going to throw it to the ring now, and hopefully we're going to make some heads or tails of what's going on today.
A lot of questions on our mind regarding the Tag Team Championship and their fate, as well as the champions themselves. I'm very curious to see what Mr. Man, our general manager, Marquise, has conjured in mind. What kind of plan, what kind of strategy does he have?
It's been a long time, my friend. We have seen a lot of craziness here tonight at Combat Warfare. How are you, Mr. Man, going to control things here in New World Wrestling Extreme? I ask you, Marquise Wright.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? The guy doesn't even get a chance to talk. What the hell is this?
What did I just say? What, did someone hear me? Did I not just say I wanted some semblance? Oh, boy.
Oh, friggin' no!
Of all the people I have to. Okay, here we go.
Someone put a muzzle on this guy. Matter of fact, is Steven Lust up to date with his tetanus shots? Where's the wellness policy here?
He ate 2 mouths, one for the beard, one for his mouth. Yeesh.
Oh, yeah! Yeah! Mr. 305! Mr. Mans! 305. More like double goose egg! Where have you been? What have you done for me lately? As a matter of fact, what have you done for any of these chuds in the crowd?
Well, call them chuds. There's that.
You couldn't even carry this company when you were the champion.
Ooh.
Now you're the GM.
Word.
You know where this company's going? In the hands of management like you. Straight in the toilet. Just like each and every one of these Rhode Islanders.
Oh, now that is an unfair and accurate description of the state of Rhode Island.
No, really, you're booing me? You're booing me. Your lady's looking at me like I'm a cheesesteak and you're booing me. You should boo yourself. You're friggin' gross. Your kids are gonna grow up to be nobodies like you. Thank you very much.
Steven Lust letting the people know.
Skeevy Lust is more like it. That was disgusting.
Skeevy Lust indeed.
I didn't mean to step on your toes.
Lust.
You know what? Woonsocket, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it, Ham. I don't believe it.
I mean, listen.
Mr. Mans,
Skeevy Lust out here.
the ring is yours.
Oh, he thought he was going to get a fast one.
Oh! You better show some respect in the GM's ring. Mr. Man does not play. He is here. He is finally taking the reins back. Sir, you deserve that.
There is a new sheriff in town.
Saying, come on back.
And Skeevy Lust has been the first to meet him.
Welcome. Anytime you want. You come back to my ring.
And that's how you restore order here in New World Wrestling Extreme. Your new GM, Marquise Wright.
We are now fortunate to have some sensible leadership. A man who is able to take it upon his shoulders, or in this case, I guess, upon the shoulders of Stevie Lust, or Stevie Lust.
I mean, he looked like he was going to uranagi him up to the heavens before he drove him down to the mat. That was fantastic.
Let's go ahead and get a clue out here. We had some larger gentlemen slammed about. And I'm sure there's a divot in the ground. So if we can fill that divot, that would be great. Because the action does not stop here at NWW Extreme Combat Warfare 11. This is night 3, the third night of
Thank
this
you, Mr.
kind
Man,
of action.
Marquise Wright. Further proof that you need to be following us on all forms of social media to see what this man, Mr. Man, has in store for NWW Extreme.
Viewers from home, I want to thank you for joining us, welcoming the NWW Extreme into your hearts and into your television sets or your mobile devices, whatever you're watching the show on. We thank you, and we urge you to join us for our Summer Sizzler taking place right here at the American Legion Post number 85 in Woonsocket. That's going to be on July 31st. Details and tickets are available at NWWExtreme.com.
Folks, just remember, on that July show, Gangrel will be making an appearance here in Woonsocket, Rhode Island.
If that's not enough reason to go, I don't know what is. But for right now, let's take it to Rich Palladino.
Two more for you. Still with us? And they're both title matches. So let's get rolling here. Combat Warfare continues with the following contest scheduled for one fall. It is for the New World Wrestling Extreme Women's Championship.
An exciting match about to get underway here.
Plenty, and I guarantee it's going to culminate at our Summer Sizzler in July.
First the challenger from the Bronx, New York, Chocolate Thunder, Karen Bam Bam.
From my neck of the woods, the Boogie Down Bronx. All right, we are excited to have quite a challenger tonight. Karen Bam Bam. I'll tell you what, Nakoma Tala hasn't worked out for us tonight. Just look at that at the end.
Certainly the energy, but you know what? I gotta say, Karen Bam Bam is someone that I have been dying to watch compete live. I've seen plenty of clips. I've seen photos. I've seen the matches on YouTube, certainly representing the TOS with pride. But here tonight, like you said, Ham, Nakoma Tala has got quite the tall order staring at her from across the ring. Karen Bam Bam's all fun and games until that bell rings.
But she considers herself the conductor of the Squish-A-Dish Express. And I'll tell you what.
I'm on board!
Representing the Abenaki Nation, she is the New World Wrestling Extreme Women's Champion, the Great Warrior Wolf, Nakoma Tala!
Folks, you are truly very witness to a special event here tonight. As our women's champion, the Great Warrior Wolf, Nakoma Tala, takes on Karen Bam Bam.
I gotta say it, Ham, I've got chills up my spine right now. This is a first for me, and I've been doing this a few years.
And this is one of those rare moments I just meet, and this match is about to begin. Sorry.
This is a first, folks. When I look at Nakoma Tala, I am looking at a competitor. I am looking at a warrior who has truly come into her own. And tonight is the culmination of that. She's got her stiffest competition in lock right now, but you're not going to see this woman buckle under the pressure. I can guarantee you that.
Now, the Great Warrior Wolf has to be filled with all kinds of energy after being played out to the ring by these incredible musicians here.
My heart alone is racing. I can only imagine the adrenaline she's feeling right now.
Karen Bam Bam's going to have to compete against that level of energy and that level of intensity from the Great Warrior Wolf herself.
Snug collar and elbow. Karen Bam Bam counters now. She's got the wrist. What's she thinking here?
You know, we're seeing these two competitors trying to get a lead on each other, figuring out a way to get in edgewise. As Nakoma, now we're seeing a headlock here from Nakoma Tala, and she has Karen Bam Bam, who sends Tama into the ring, into the ropes, excuse me. Can't seem to knock her down. Bam Bam standing strong still.
Oh, wait a minute.
Ooh.
Counters with a lucha passive, follows with a very stiff forearm right to the jowls, stops Tala right in her tracks. And this is classic Karen right here.
Now, you said she's from Test of Strength, and we're seeing her literal strength on display. Ooh, sent to the outside there. Slamming her hips down. And her back right there on the ring apron. Slow to get to her feet, trying to figure out, get her bearings again. It's Nakoma Tala.
Hot in pursuit, not wasting a single moment. She knows she has to stay on top of Karen Bam Bam. You do not want to give your adversary, I don't care who they are, how quick they are to recover. You do not want to give them the chance to do so.
And that's exactly why, because we're seeing Karen Bam Bam now trying to fight her way back. But the Great Warrior Wolf answering with a few fists of her own. Oh.
Not sparing.
Reverberations from those hits there.
Not sparing any violence. Tala.
The ring post there.
She left herself vulnerable. She's got herself a case of tunnel vision, ladies and gentlemen.
These women going to war with each other here for our women's title belt here at NWW Extreme Combat Warfare 11.
Oh, the chops are being thrown left and right, back and forth.
And look at those stiff hits to the chest. Great Warrior Wolf going to have to find her footing again as she's sent to the mat by Karen Bam Bam. The heavyweight heroine has now got a grip across the jaw of the Great Warrior Wolf, Nakoma Tala.
Chuck Morris is entranced by now, and he's trying to make sure that this isn't slipping lower than the jawline. He's got a good vantage point.
Morris doing his best there, trying. As the Great Warrior Wolf, Nakoma Tala, fighting her way back to her feet, now fighting with Karen Bam Bam in the corner here. Using her war cry to really get herself hyped up. Again, she must be absolutely fueled by the incredible music we heard from those great musicians earlier. I know I was being played out.
I don't mean to cut you off there, Ham, but every bit of spiritual connection you may have to your ancestors, you're going to have to rely on with such force like that. Karen Bam Bam spares no violence in her own right, and I think she's going to give Tala a rear view right now.
The conductor of the switch of this express. Oh! Rear viewed and the squish. And the squish. There it is.
That's a lot of beef, ladies and gentlemen.
Karen Bam Bam with the rear view, Nakoma Tala, the Great Warrior Wolf, stunned on the mat now. And just look, the gloating across the Bronx native's face.
Well, this is a championship opportunity, you know. And Karen Bam Bam making her debut here tonight. I mean, what a way to debut in any promotion, to best their champion.
I mean, you got to come out of the gate strong on your debut. But imagine walking home with the belt and a quick roll up there, but a kick out from Bam Bam again. You just said it. This is the debut. She understands what she has to do, and she's got to bring home that title to show her worth here.
You know, there's nothing wrong with being a quote-unquote one-dimensional fighter, and many people can say that honestly about Karen.
Oh, yes.
You know, but when you bring such a storm and you have very few flaws in your offense, oh, wait, we got a cover here.
Now let's see what we got.
You can be that one-dimensional fighter. You can be that one-dimensional competitor. But I saw Nakoma Tala make a nanosecond decision, an instinctual decision. She trapped the leg of Karen and she folded her into that cradle pin. It's thinking and it's physicality like that that's going to give Tala the best chance of defending her title here tonight.
Well, I can tell you. I mean, Tala has, and then she's got it back to her feet. She keeps finding a way to best Bam Bam. And now we're talking someone who's been educated by the greatest school system in the world, the Bronx, New York. So, obviously, this is a smart, well-educated individual who's doing her best to make her debut matter and count. And unfortunately, Nakoma Tala is just finding a way to keep battling back against Karen Bam Bam.
Unfortunately for Karen, but just a regular part of Nakoma's MO. That's what she brings. That is what she's all about. And Bam Bam has just been floored with a shotgun-style drop kick.
And now you're seeing there the attempted tip-up, but of course we saw earlier tonight that Nakoma Tala got drilled into those ring posts. That her back is injured right now. She's doing her best. She's trying to stay on her feet, trying to stay on top of this match. But again, these two have gone to war with each other in a very short amount of time.
I think the Warrior Wolf is making a mistake right now. She needs to stay on top of her adversary. Do not give her the chance to recover. Come on, Tala. The title is up for grabs.
Now, what we're seeing here is a well-educated athlete rolling out the ring. As you just said not a moment ago, Bob Rossi. Don't give her a second. That's all she needs. Don't give her
really is.
Don't give it to her. Look what we get. Look what we get instead.
And Tala just blindly running into the crossfire there. Karen Bam Bam seizing advantage. Big stack.
And that's just a 2 count there, according to our ref there in the ring. A quick 2.
I think Karen inadvertently kind of assisted Tala on that kick out, and that happens very often, Brandon. You try to stack somebody up with a snug double leg, and if you don't have them perfectly flat, you can almost assist them in breaking out of the pin you're trying to commit yourself.
Astute observation there, Bobby. An astute observation, sir. I mean, this is my quality examination you get from my man Bob Rossi. Sorry, just have to say.
Thank you, Em.
Anyway,
much love, my friend.
Here we are, back on the ring action there as Nakoma Tala doing her best there, but Bam Bam delivering a fierce kick.
And those are not the kind of things you'd expect from a competitor her size. But her agility, folks,
absolutely,
is just as loud as her character. Don't sleep.
A trained athlete, nonetheless. She is out here showing everybody just how well she can move in her debut match for NWW Extreme.
Nakoma Tala charges in with the whole width of the ring. Wait a minute, though. She's in a bit of a pickle here. Karen's got a waist lock on her. Tala counters with a standing headlock. I'm not so sure she has all of it. Both of these women could be reaching near the end of their gas tanks, respectively.
Oh!
Knee lift to the midsection. Snapmare takedown by the Warrior Wolf. Kicks to the spine, followed up by a snug chin lock. She's got to break her down here. She has to start chopping her down. Don't give her any breathing room.
If she gives her any more room, the Bam Bam's going to find another way to gain the momentum and possibly walk out of here with that title belt.
In your opinion, as this match goes on, who does that favor?
Oh, God, I don't know. At this point, I have to tell you. I'm seeing Bam Bam possibly walking out of here. You know, she's the tenacity of coming in here, making your debut, and coming out with a title belt. I mean, you got to put amazing to that. But
wait a minute, I would have agreed about 10 seconds ago, but Nakoma Tala with a fantastic counter. She has successfully defended her title. Let's get the official decision from Rich Palladino.
Here is your winner and still New World Wrestling Extreme Women's Champion, Nakoma Tala!
Yeah, so somebody send the waiter over with a plate because I have to eat my work, apparently. Because here we see the Great Warrior Wolf summoning all of the spiritual power from the music, from her ancestors, everything she possibly can to come out on top against a fierce debuting competitor in Karen Bam Bam. And I hope that's not the last time we see Karen Bam Bam. She has made her presence known here at NWW Extreme. Combat Warfare 11, Night 3.
Very well worded, Hamilton. Thank you very much for joining us, folks. Don't go anywhere. We've got one more bout. It's the big one. Our title bout of the evening. That is how we're going to close out Night 3 of Combat Warfare 11. But for right now, let's take it to the voice of New England.
Nice while you were here tonight. And I want to ask you guys to give yourselves a round of applause. You guys have been a great crowd tonight. It's been 8 months since our wrestlers have been able to perform for you, so we are so glad you came out to support New World Wrestling Extreme. Make sure you're following all the social media platforms, and we'll be back here Saturday night, July 31st, for Summer Sizzler featuring Gangrel. And it is now time for your main event of the evening.
Brandino, you better buckle up your seatbelt and lock your tray table into its upright position because this jetliner is about to take off. A championship bout of monstrous magnitude. Not only because of all that muscle mass, but because of the long history between the two adversaries about to lock up in combat. Magnificent Marcos has done everything shy but bring a knife to the dance to try to take out our current champion in Darley Dessamot.
I see accompanied by Honest Abe there, Magnificent Marco. making his way around the ring. This is a 2 out of 3 falls match tonight for the heavyweight championship here at NWW Extreme. And what a way to end Combat Warfare 11. Night 3. One might say the biggest night of them all.
Absolutely. I mean, it has been sheer action from before the opening bell till this very moment. We've got the introduction of our new general manager. We've got a successful defense of the championship title by our women's champion, Pam. I don't think it can get any better than this.
This is what wrestling is made for. I'll tell you what. This is it. This is it. You're looking at it. And now, our champion. Come on! There he is, folks. The NWW Extreme Heavyweight Champion, Darley Dessamot.
You know, Pam, I've had the privilege of watching this man develop as a competitor over the course of, say, maybe 4 years. My first viewing of him was back in 2017, right after he came out from his NXT tryout. He was assessed by the WWE Performance Center, and he was told their famous line, not no, but not yet. And he took their criticism, and he took their advice, and he has forged himself into a diamond competitor with every bit of their advice. This man is television grade, and he is the NWW Extreme Heavyweight Champion.
I mean, this is a sight to be seen, folks. As my man Bob Rousing just said, assessed by the WWE, told, wow, look how amazing you are. Although, maybe not today. And what does he do? Goes out, wins championships, makes a name for himself.
Your main event is scheduled for the best 2 out of 3 falls, and it is for the New World Wrestling Extreme Heavyweight Championship. When the bell sounds, the man in charge, referee Brian Shaughnessy. Introducing first the challenger. In the corner to my left, he is accompanied to ringside by his manager, Honest Abe. He represents from Ponce, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 210 pounds, magnificent Marcos Santiago. His opponent directly in front of me hails from Boston, Massachusetts. Weighing in tonight at 228 pounds, he is the current reigning and defending the World Wrestling Extreme Heavyweight Champion, the Spotlight Superstar, Darley Dessamot.
Just when you thought that neither one of these men could pack on more muscle, they prove us wrong yet again. Quarantine has done these gentlemen a ton of good. Both of them built like shit houses. This is going to be a magnificent main event.
I mean, I guess the phrase cut from marble comes to mind. I would say cut from marble.
Absolutely.
For sure. For sure. I would say that. And I say that fully confidently knowing that I am cut from Twinkies.
A cannoli filled with THC and hops and barley, ladies and gentlemen. But it's not about us goobers. It's about those two about to do battle in the ring. This contest is official. The NWW Heavyweight Championship is officially up for grabs in this best of 3 falls contest.
The intensity of this match and the speed at which we're going to see these two combatants doing battle with each other for this prestigious title here in Woonsocket, Rhode Island.
Magnificent Marcos has been on the chase for the better part of a year. He has locked Darley Dessamot in his sights with the hopes of maybe becoming NWW Extreme Champion himself. but he's got a long road ahead of him. This is a best-of-3 matchup, and he's doing this up against someone who has uncharacteristic endurance for a heavyweight in Darley Dessamot.
We're looking at an absolute athlete, top to bottom, when we look at Darley Dessamot. And we're looking at our current champion, somebody who knows their way in and out of the ring, the spotlight superstar. So what can the magnificent Marcos do to compete with somebody at that level? And again, no one's able to get edgewise right now. It seems to just be going back.
Look at the agility of the spotlight superstar. Ties him up. Wait a minute. But Shaughnessy out of position.
That was 3. Come on.
That very well could have costed Dessamot a fall in this best-of-3 contest.
2 out of 3 falls. Count that easily could have been 1 for our champion.
That's not going to rattle the spotlight superstar. The T is silent for a reason. Dessamot is as smooth as peanut butter on your favorite bagel. I don't care whether that makes you hungry or not. Dessamot is in this for the long haul.
But now we're seeing the magnificent Marcos trying to dictate the pace of this match now, and he's got the champ on the mat now. He's got him in a mean headlock there. We're seeing all that blood leaving, I'm sorry, rushing to the head, excuse me, of the champion who's trying to fight his way out of that hold right now.
Well, that's the thing about Dessamot. He's prepared to take on punishment like that. You see, these two have engaged in battle before, so you're going to see their entire arsenal on display here tonight. Not one of them have even broken a sweat.
I mean, we're just getting started here. We haven't even had our first fall of the 2 out of 3 falls match, and these two gentlemen are just, I mean, they're just running the show here. As the magnificent Marcos takes a lap around, really getting an earful on the stage now, trying to maybe talk to Marcos a little bit. But our champion here waiting patiently in the ring.
You call him Honest Abe. I don't understand how the guy walks around looking like he delivers freight, yet he limps around with a cane. I don't get it. Dessamot, with every bit of that muscle, floors Marcos momentarily.
I'll tell you what, when you're carrying a lot of crap around with you, you need an extra cane. Right there, Honest Abe? And now we're seeing, look at the athleticism there. Up and over that top rope there from our champion. That champ making his way to the top rope there. Dessamot, double axe handle.
A guy that big shouldn't move that well. He really shouldn't. Scoop and slam on top of his adversary for the pin. Not enough hook of the leg.
I mean, these are the types of people that put all their attribute points into agility. There, I'm saying it. I'm throwing it that way, folks.
Fair enough. And I mean, you know, he's going to continue to do that throughout the match. That's the amazing thing about Dessamot. But Marcos, you can't ever count him out. He is a powerhouse, and he's got a third gear.
I feel like we have yet to see. Wait a minute. Now, come on, Honest Abe. Looking at a little interference there from Honest Abe using his cane.
Wait a minute. Shaughnessy here, making a ruling. Let's hear from Palladino.
I'm sorry.
Referee Brian Shaughnessy has disqualified Marcos Santiago for outside interference. Winner of the first call, Darley Dessamot.
So 1 fall for Darley Dessamot to the interaction. 1 fall here for Darley Dessamot after the interference from Honest Abe. Honest Abe using his cane there, the cane they used to hold up all his BS, using that to his advantage now.
Well, I'll tell you what, that happened a little while ago at our last show.
Oh, and a quick spear there.
Our second fall already. This is 1-1. Let's get the official decision.
And we
winner
are
of the second fall, Marcos Santiago. We are tied at 1 fall apiece.
Tied up in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the NWW Extreme Heavyweight Championship, Combat Warfare 11, Night 3. The action is just building and building as we get going for another quick roll-up here.
On a handful of tights by Marcos. Dessamot.
Vicious lariat from Marcos.
Desamo's in peril right now. He is in a bad, bad way. The momentum has shifted against him quite heavily. And I got to be honest with you. If I was Shaughnessy, I would make it a point to eject that uncircumcised penis known as Honest Abe.
Get him out of here. Take him off like it's a brick. I don't want him. That's right. And now he's caught. Now the champion Dessamot choking on the ropes there as the magnificent Marcos.
Again, the cane is at play. Again.
Come on, Honest Abe.
You know what? Yeah. NWW Extreme Management, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job, but hey, come here.
What a kick out there for our champion. The resilience coming through.
The powers that be understand the kind of person Abraham is.
The resilience coming.
He shouldn't be here.
Honest Abe, I mean, really.
Oh, and Dessamot thrown into those buckles with every bit of Marcos' power, and look at him showboating.
Dessamot showboating here with some push-ups in the ring.
Santiago back on his feet before the champion. Not a good sign for the Spotlight Superstar. Muscled back into the turnbuckles and power slammed to the canvas. Cover here.
And now, Honest Abe now yelling at the ref, saying that was a clean count. But of course, we can't believe him, can we? As honest as he may be, we've seen already tonight twice he's interfered in this match.
I mean, he's had such a presence here at ringside that
2 times.
I would imagine that a lot of the action here is questionable. I wouldn't even rule in those first 2 falls. But don't ask me, I'm just a simple sandwich man.
All we do here is call the action in this ring, folks. That's what we do, and what we're seeing here is intense action at NWW Extreme Combat Warfare 11.
Oh!
Darley Dessamot sent out of the ring through the ropes.
Action has made its way out to ringside near the barricade area. This does not bode well for the current champion, as he has been on the defensive for the better part of 2 minutes.
And now we're seeing the magnificent Marcos hoping to capitalize on this position by driving the back of the champion into the ring post. Marcos being egged on by his manager, Honest Abe.
Come on, baby, get on it! Get on it, get on it!
You know, Honest, I can't. It's Honest Abe character. I mean,
testing every bit of Shaughnessy's judgment and his patience, being a legitimate threat and legitimate force in this matchup. This has not been a fair one-on-one contest. Not whatsoever.
Now Dessamot being hung over the railing, over the guardrail there. Finding a way to fight back a little bit though. Oh, but being driven again back first into the guardrails there. One of the fans encouraging the champ now. Dessamot about to be sent back in the ring. Marcos, magnificent here. Absolutely in control of this match. But what are we seeing here?
Doesn't quite have that the way he'd hoped. Big kick to the midsection. Stops Dessamot in his tracks. That right there is the ace he has in his sleeve. I'm talking about the sheer power of Marcos. It's nothing pretty. It's nothing fancy.
It's just pure brute strength. And at the end of the day, this is a wrestling match. This is a fight. This is a combat situation.
Absolutely.
Brute strength has the advantage. Cut and dry. All the athleticism, all the training, the conditioning, it doesn't matter. To pure brute strength, as we see in the magnificent Marcos.
Darley now launches himself off the ropes. Both men hit each other with a lariato as both men are floored. This could be the momentum changer. This could be the moment that Darley can seize to take advantage, to possibly get in the upper hand of this matchup again.
Now we've reached 5 here on the count. Could end a double count out here, as you can see. Both men are at 1 fall here in the 2 out of 3 falls match. But we are seeing them now get to their feet. Slowly but surely getting to their feet. Again, these men are exhausted. They have gone to war with each other. Dessamot specifically has been, his back has been rammed into the guardrail. It's been hit with a cane. It's been put into the ring post. I mean, how can the champ continue to fight his way out of this one?
He has the will to survive. He has the will of a true champion. This belt around his waist is nothing more than a prop and a representation of what he has on the inside. And we're seeing that on display right now, Ham.
The heart of a champion indeed, Bob.
Big swing and a miss by Marcos. Leaping forearm by Dessamot, and he's back in the race.
There he is. That's what we're talking about. I mean, again, send that waiter over to eat my words, because I gotta tell you, strength and conditioning is coming through here.
Serve him a buffet, if you will. Dessamot has found a second wind, and he could very well get the so-needed second fall.
And what does he have planned here as he makes his way to the top rope? Dessamot, heavyweight champion, dropping the elbow. Going for the cover here. Oh, and a kick out there, and a kick out from the magnificent Marcos. Unable to put him away with the elbow drop.
It looks like it's going to need a lot more than just an elbow drop, and that's a big elbow from a guy like Darley, but it's going to take more impact. It's going to take more force than just that. Dessamot has him locked in his sights, and I think he's got a finish in mind here, Ham. Big kick to the gut. The DDT is silent with the double underhook. Wait a minute, no! Oh, no!
And the rope right there.
Yeah, but another clear interference by Honest Abe. Wait a minute, Dessamot thinks he's won.
Yeah, Dessamot holding up his hand in victory, knowing that he has won. Unfortunately, though, now what we're seeing from what is this? Honest Abe now making his way into the ring.
He's pushed the boundary so far. I'm not surprised by this.
But wait now. I don't know if we're not seeing this. The ref's not seeing it either. But what is Marcos doing?
Hit a man with glasses. Do it. Yes. Yes. Here and every bit of it.
But now we're behind you, Bob.
No! Gosh! Behind the vantage point of Shaughnessy! No, not like this! Not like this! No, Jesus H. Christ!
And that is it, folks!
Let's get the official decision from Palladino! God, no!
Fall in the match. And new World Wrestling Extreme Heavyweight Champion, Magnificent Marcos Santiago.
With the help of Honest Abe, Magnificent Marcos Santiago, it's your new NWW Extreme Heavyweight Champion to close out Combat Warfare 11. Bob Rossi, I am a shock fan.
Tell you what, Hamilton, I'm sick to my stomach right now. The level of injustice that we witnessed here is nothing short of criminal. The rightful champion is right there. The spotlight superstar. Marcos stole that friggin' belt. Grand larceny. I'm beside myself, Hamilton. I'm sorry, I can't.
Folks, I'm going to have to take over real quick for myself and Bob Rossi. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here tonight for Combat Warfare 11 in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. We'll be back here in July for our next event with New World Wrestling Extreme. For Bob Rossi, I'm Brandon Hamilton. Thank you for joining us, folks, and good night.